You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the levels of your systems. That is one of my favorite quotes by author of Atomic Habits, James Clear. What he's really talking about is the systems that we have in our lives, our habits, right? Our habits. Those are the things that help us reach our goals. And so if you're not reaching your goals right now, you might be asking yourself, what are the systems I have in place in my life that are leading me or really stopping me from reaching my goals? And so today we're going to talk about one very amazing habit that you can start to do right now that's going to have major results. I'm Dawn Reby, CEO and founder of Excellence in Analytics, a law enforcement platform to help our first responder community to live their best lives, to truly take a bite out of a life they want to live. Stop living in this reactive state of, I'll take what life can give me, instead live in a proactive state. And James Clear, in his book, Atomic Habits, does a great job of really sharing with us the importance of habits. Now, I have to say, I'm a huge goal person. I set goals all the time, and I have my monthly goals, my quarterly goals, my annual goals, my daily goals. But here's the thing. None of them will happen if I don't have the systems in place to get them to happen. So I don't just create a goal and then that's all I do. Instead, I build in systems of success, operations in your own life of success that are going to lead you to accelerated success in terms of your goals. So how is this? Well, we're going to talk about one very key one that you, law enforcement officers, analysts, dispatch, supervisors, chiefs, deputy chiefs, captains, all of you can do in your own life to help you live a life of joy, live a life of fulfillment, rise to your best self every single day. I'm going to share the number one habit with you that I do every single day that helps me achieve and accomplish anything I set out to do. Okay. Anything I set out to do. Now, here it is. What's my habit? Now, I used to have this habit, and sometimes I fall back on it, where I wake up in the morning and I'm very reactive. I go and I look at my cell phone and I say, okay, what happened at work? What happened in the business? What happens here on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn? What did I miss? Twitter. I mean, I don't even have a Twitter account, I don't think. At least it's not active right now. And so a lot of us have that approach. We wake up in the morning and we're like, what did I miss? That is your mind living in yesterday. The habit that you can get into to shift that will lead you into the success of today and in the future. If you operate every day thinking about what did I miss, FOMO, right? What do I need to know about? Then all you're doing is reinforcing your old ways of thinking. Your old ways of thinking, okay? The story that you wrote yesterday. Well, today is a new day. Today is a new day to write a new story. And so I'm going to share with you what I do to write a new story every single day and why I show up as my best self every single day and how I show up as my best self. So here goes. Instead of looking at Facebook, instead of looking at Instagram and my bank account and all these things that I used to do today to say, okay, do I have enough? Is this enough? Da, 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 da. What do I have planned today? We're going to get there. Planning for the day is important. But what's the habit that I implement that so many leaders, some of the greatest leaders in all of the world, go look this up. This is what they do. They wake up and they start their day with a different way of thinking, a different way of thinking. They sit, they may meditate or journal or really just think about, what do I want today to look like? What do I want today to feel like? What do I want my day to be like in order to feel like it's a great success, right? And so if you're thinking about your goals, what do I want my goals to look like today? How do I want them to unfold? Imagine it, visualize it. That's a habit to start your day. That's a peak performance, high energy leadership habit is to start and think about your day right then and there, right? If you start saying to yourself, oh, well, got to deal with traffic and I got to deal with this and I got to deal with that. And oh, this is, I mean, life throws things at you and you're going to have to deal with them. But if that's the story that you start your day with, then that's how your day is going to unfold, right? But if you start your day, if you get into the habit of starting your day with a different story, one of deep, really motivating, inspiring, energizing kind of thinking, right? You think yourself into results. Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, we think ourselves into results, then guess what? Your habit is going to give you the results that you want. Now, if you do this once or twice, it's not a habit. It's kind of like going to the gym where you're like, oh, I'm going to lift weights once or twice. Where are my muscles? So it's the same with habits. What you want to do is get into the habit of doing this every single day. This will shift you. And here's how it works. So you wake up in the morning and you sit down, maybe you light a candle, toxin free, maybe you light some incense, or maybe you rub some essential oils on you, or open the door or window so you can hear the birds and nature coming on and spilling in. That's how you want to start your day, right? And then you sit and you say, how is today going to be wonderful? What are the things that I'm going to welcome? What are the opportunities that I'm going to welcome into my day to make it excellent? Right? So if you're a supervisor, if you're a law enforcement strategist, if you're a chief, if you're an executive, you have a lot of stuff on your shoulders. And so being able to say, how can I show up as my best self today? I can reprogram my thinking to invite the good, to invite the opportunity. It's like buying that red car and all of a sudden now all you see is red cars. Invite the opportunity. So if you are inviting, oh, there's going to be traffic, yesterday's story. If you are inviting, oh, I got to deal with this person today, yesterday's story. If you're inviting that way of thinking into your day as your habit, then that's what is going to come to you. But instead, if you create a new habit and you say, okay, I'm going to welcome opportunity. I'm going to look for the good. I am going to visualize what I want my day to look like literally sit there and visualize it. So here's what I might do. I might say, okay, I have, this feeling about today that it's going to be really successful. And maybe I'm going to get the best client of my life today. Maybe I'm going to manifest that. Maybe I'm going to sit there and I'm going to imagine what that phone call is going to feel like, what that face-to-face is going to feel like when that person says, yes, you can help me. And I say, yes, I can. And I'm smiling and they're smiling. And I sit there and I imagine that to be true, right? Whatever goals you have, right? If your goal is to look the best and be in the best condition that you've ever been, maybe you are reducing your sugar load, maybe you are running a race, or maybe you are, welcoming other things into your life that are healthy for you. Imagine it to be true that day. Imagine the success. Imagine yourself striding, right? Not always at the finish line. Don't always imagine the finish line first, right? Definitely imagine it, but not first. But instead, imagine yourself walking throughout your day, or walking and stretching and maybe eating some protein or something to get you going, and how good that feels. Imagine the process. Walk yourself through the process in your mind first thing in the morning. Okay. So let's say you have a really big meeting or a really big job interview, or maybe you just want to have a great day. You just want to have a great day. So maybe you imagine yourself, oh, I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to see my buddy. He's going to be doing great. And I'm going to have the best coffee of my life, or the best tea. It's going to be so delicious. And you're kind of walking yourself through the day, imagining every step of it. That's the habit. That's the shifting. That's the mindset piece. If you're thinking about yesterday, if you're scrolling through Facebook and all the things, right? And you're thinking about yesterday and you have that mindset of like, oh, that stunk. And, okay, today will be better. You're still comparing it to yesterday. But if you start your habit as a clean slate, this is a brand new day. What do I want to achieve? Not just stopping there. Don't stop there. Don't say, it's going to be a great day and end there. Visualize it. Let the visualization, let the imagination of it be your habit. When you build in this habit, it maybe take 5 or 10 minutes a day. It doesn't take very long, right? So maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day, and maybe you're seeing some family that you sometimes fight with, right? And so maybe you're like, oh, this is going to be the day we we have a turning point. This is going to be the day where I hug my child for the first time in 10 years or whatever, right? This is going to be the day where all kinds of wonderful things happen in my world. And you just visualize this, and you visualize it with color, with detail, with energy, right? That's the habit. When you do that, you're going to reach your goals, right? You're going to reach your goals because you're identifying with the process, not just the outcome. Yes, we want to look at our outcome. Yes, we want to know what's the impact that we desire. But that impact might be a month from now, 6 months from now, right? And so right now, we've got to walk ourselves through the process in the most positive, inviting, welcoming, nourishing, joyous way. So when you start your day off like this, 5 or 10 minutes, watch what changes. Now, again, like lifting weights, like running, it's not once or twice. Like this is something that you do as a habit, right? James Clear says we don't rise to the levels of our goals, we fall to the levels of our systems, right? So what systems are in your life? What systems do you have to help drive you to live to your best self, to live the best life, this one life that you have today, right? What drives you to build that, right? Where do you go from here mentally that gets you to the next space? Are you writing your list of, I got to do all this, and is this a story you tell yourself? Do you say to yourself, this is going to be stressful? Oh my Lord, stop telling yourself that. Stop saying, this is going to be a hard day. This is going to be stressful. No. Instead, tell yourself, this is going to be curious. This is going to be exciting. And you know what? I am resourceful. I am full of ideas and energies and partnerships and connections. And whatever comes my way, I'm going to tackle it, right? I'm going to tackle it. And today's going to be exciting. Why do we do this? This helps reduce our stress levels. This helps reduce those cortisol levels, those fight or flight levels, right? This helps us really decide what we want our life to look like. And this helps us fall in love with the systems and the processes that get us to reach our goals. Okay, so I encourage you to create a new habit in your day where you are visualizing first thing in the morning, 5 or 10 minutes, first thing in the morning, you are visualizing. You can use a guided meditation to help visualize that. You can sit by yourself in a dark room if you want and visualize that. You can, do it in a way that nurtures you and nurtures your soul so that you show up as your best self. Then if you want to check Facebook and email and all the things that you want to do, go ahead and do that, right? But be proactive in your day. You deserve it. You deserve to live a proactive, joyous day. And the only way that you're going to get there is by creating systems in your life that promote wellness, that promote health, that promote leadership, that promote thinking presently and in the future so clearly, so concisely that you can actually see it, taste it, feel it, touch it. All of it is right there for you. That's when you live and you show up as your best self. So on that note, we're going to head off at this point, but it's really up to you how you choose to live your life. And I truly hope that you take this and you make some habit changes. And if you need some help with that, we certainly can help. Life coaching, health coaching for law enforcement professionals can help you on this journey. Just click on the links below. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube so you don't miss a beat, and live a life that you love living. You're worth it.